What's the infinitive now? Let's go to the infinitive. Okay? Here we have an additional problem, though you could probably guess something about the infinitives of the Hiphil. Guess, if you wanted to pick one thing you might guess was characteristic of the infinitives, it would be a hey prefix. Okay? We've seen that the infinitives and the imperatives often look alike, and as a matter of fact, in the infinitives you get the same a vowel that you get in the imperfect and in the imperative. So you're going to get the hey with the a vowel, hock, hock, hock. But here we have an interesting difference. The infinitive absolute has the serré, but the infinitive construct has the long mater letter hyrek. Maybe that doesn't strike you as odd, but it's odd on two counts. Okay? The first count is this. As a general principle, we have seen that the infinitive construct looks the same as, fill in the blank. This was true in the Kal. This was true in the Pal. And you tend to believe that this should be true virtually everywhere else, which is the case except in the Hiphil. The infinitive construct tends to look like the imperative, first form. In all other conjugations, the imperative and the infinitive construct are the same. In the Hiphil, the imperative and the infinitive absolute are the same. It's as though these two infinitives are just sort of reversed. All right, that's annoying, but true. The second reason why this seems a little odd or annoying is that, also as a general rule, which form would you anticipate to be, if I could use this term, the longer form, the fuller form, the infinitive absolute or the infinitive construct? Remember when we go back to Kal, which were the first infinitives we learned. I don't know if you can see this or not. Remember in the Kal, we learned the infinitive absolute as katol, right? Having a little lamed problem here. And the infinitive construct as kitol, right? So that the absolute tends to be the fuller, longer form, and the construct tends to be the shortened form, if you will. But now consider the Hiphil. In fact, it's the infinitive construct that's the fuller form with the infix of the Hiphil, and the absolute that's the shorter form with the regular long vowel instead of the mater letter vowel. Once again, it seems as though these two infinitives are just backwards of what they should be. And frankly, I've always remembered that because that's as a helpful but confusing little factor or remembrance that they're just backwards of what they should be. The one redeeming quality of this little minor confusion is that of the two infinitives, which one is more strikingly and obviously Hiphil? It's the one with that mater infix. Haktil screams Hiphil at you. Which of the two infinitives are you more likely to encounter? Infinitive construct. All right. So the one that's the easier to recognize is also the one you're more likely to see and use, and hence this little confusion probably helps you as much as it hurts you. All right. Any questions on the two infinitives? That leaves us with the participle. Okay. Anyone want to take a guess what we have in the participle? We have the MAME. Now, theoretically, in the history, we probably also had a hey in the participle, and then we added the MAME that's now become a fairly distinctive characteristic of all participles. But like the imperfect, the hey then dropped out. So that for all practical purposes, we simply have a prefixed MAME as the mark of the participle. What vowels are we going to have with the participle? Well, like the PAL, the participle simply takes the vowels of the imperfect and reproduces them. That is to say, we're going to have the pathak schwa that we had in the imperfect and form the participial form mak teal. Mak teal. There's your Hiphil participle. And if you know one participle, you know them all because there's 4 of them. The feminine participle will be what? Well, you take mak teal, and here you just add kamate. What's the plural of mak teal, the masculine? If I can squeeze it in here. Mak telim, right? And of course the feminine is mak teloth. All that makes perfectly good sense. Okay? There you are. There's the Hiphil. Okay? Let's take a look at one.